Hello and welcome to Rollercoaster Tycoon World Early Access. Envisio have just dropped a huge update. It's only been out a week in early access, but they've just released a huge update to improve the graphics, to make sure that the roller coasters that you build are easy to build, so there's higher excitement. They basically listened to all our comments and fixed a lot of the issues. And most importantly, which I think is fantastic, if you click on Sandbox and go to any of the programs, you can actually check and uncheck flat land, which means that once checked, if you start Sandbox, that we're going to do now, the park will have no landscaping, so there'll be no trees, no mountains, no rivers, nothing. And as there still isn't Master Elite in the game, although they have recognised it, they've talked about it, and they said it will come in the next patch, it means that you can start with a flat land and you don't have to spend hours and hours fixing up the land. So, that being the case, here we are. One huge forest without any forest, which is fantastic. It means now that you can just put whatever you want, wherever you want. So if you go to Modify Landscape and then go to Park Expansion, click on everything, buy all the land. Remember, it's unlimited money unless you've unticked it. So you can buy all this land and then you've got one huge park to play with. And yeah, so if you click on Park Expansion again, it takes you back. And they've also fixed the paths to a greater extent, and not perfect. They're not perfect, but they are a lot better, because I don't think I could do this before. But I'm going to show you, because I have had a little play before I did this. But yeah, if you look at this, we'll get the path. I'm going to pick the first one, put it into large, and you can now take it from the edge and out, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that before. So yeah, so it means now that you can have one, if you wanted, you could have a path that ran all around the park. But I'm not going to do that, because that's a bit stupid, because then you're just going to get peeps exhausted from walking. So what I am going to do is do something a bit different, because I've done, on two of my parks now, I've done a central walkway with shops down the side and basically a main street. And I don't want to do the same again, so I want to try something completely different. So I'm just going to play around with the paths, make something a bit different. I'm using the grid. The grid is still not perfect, but you know, to get straight lines, it's a good way to start. And yeah, and I'm just going to play around with it and just have some fun. And so for the next half hour, I'm going to build a fully functioning park with walkways, rides, shops, souvenirs, toilets, services, and a roller coaster. And I'm going to do all that in 30 minutes, just to show you that yes, you can do quite a lot in half an hour. Because my first video on the tutorials was, it basically took me half an hour just to flatten the land and build a path, which I've had people comment on. And if you look at that video, I've had loads of people dislike it. And I don't know if that's because it took so long to actually build a path, or if it's just people hating Rollercoaster Tycoon World because it's been released in early access. And yeah, I don't know. But whatever, this is basically my video to say, yes, you can make a theme park really quickly now that you know the game's been updated, which I always knew it would be. Obviously this is early access, so there's loads of things going to change, and you know, this is not the only update they're going to give us. They're going to give us loads more. So I'm doing a little central area here. I'm going to put some fountains in. I'm using these seating areas because I do really love them. I think they're brilliant. Ooh, that one's too big. That's interesting. Okay, so I chose a different one, but it's obviously bigger, so I'll have to use the same one. So yeah, so it gives your peeps something to look at and somewhere to sit, is my thinking. And I do like the fact that it waits for you to put your path down until it chooses the colour surrounding the fountains and the seating area. And because of the grid look, I've got it actually even. So all my slagging off the grid, it's like anything. Once you start playing around with it, at first, you know, because it's alien, it feels, when you first start doing things, it's like, oh, I can't do this, and then once you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, that is actually really easy. I just didn't know how to do it before. So yeah, so I'm actually enjoying the process a lot more now. I've had a week to play with it. Okay, so I'm going to do this really quick, so it's not going to be, I mean, usually I'm quite anal with where everything goes and how perfect everything has to look, but I just want to do this quite quickly just to show you how easy it is. So I'm just going to put some shops in here. I don't really have a plan of where this is going to go. I just knew I wanted something different from the main street idea. Okay, so I'm going for these global, or whatever you want to call them, the restaurants and food stands that aren't indicative to like your Western and sci-fi areas. Because obviously if I do build up on this park, then I want to do these areas with the correct things. I still think we need little tabs that say Western, sci-fi, adventure, or other, and whatever else they're going to put in, so you can just click on that and then you can just select everything from that section, as opposed to having to scroll through and look at the little icons at the side. And hopefully that is something that will come soon. I'm just upset that we still don't have mass delete. I mean, that seems like something basic that we should have had from the beginning, but we haven't, and I can't really complain because they've done so much in the past week. I'm actually really surprised. The original game was 1 GB, and this update was 600 megabytes, so it's more than 50% of the game is just for this update, and you can tell by the graphics. If you look at my previous video and then look at this one, they're both forest, but this looks so much better. They've really improved it. They've improved the shading and everything. Yeah, it just looks so much better. Okay, so I put a few shops in there, and I want to put memory lane in because that just seems like it's a good for everything souvenir shop. You see, that's the problem with the grid. You can't put it in the same area if you zoomed out or if you're zoomed in, because the squares get bigger and therefore it tries to put it on a different axis, which is just wrong. Right, what else should we have? Sunglasses in case it's sunny. Where should we put that? No, let's to the side here. Yeah, let's put it up there. I mean, like I say, I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just winging it. It does feel like the paths are working a lot better than they were, though. Yeah, make it symmetrical. I mean, it does feel a lot easier to be able to make these paths. And I'm not trying to make a circle this time, but still. And some toilets. Don't forget your toilets. Even if you've got janitors, you still need toilets. Speaking of service buildings, I'll do that later actually. And my information booth that I did forget the first time I created a park, so I'm not going to forget this time. I want it somewhere close to the entrance. Yeah, why not? But now I'm going to have to kind of even it out on the other side, aren't I? With something. What? T-shirts with a cat on it. Who doesn't like a cat? Yeah. T-shirt's fine. Okay, so I'll put it here just to even it out a bit. Okay, cool. So shops and toilets are in. So you can't get peeps saying I'm hungry or I need to go to I can't find the toilet, or I can't find a ride because I've even got tourist information in now. Let's sort these paths out. See, you still can't put them straight. I mean, there's no benches or anything on there, so why can't I put that straight? Annoying. Unless the shop isn't straight, because I'm not really looking properly. Well, it could be the grid again, because the grid is a nightmare. I should have turned the grid off. Oh well. Okay, and then don't forget to open them all. Don't do what I do regularly, which is close, thinking I'm going to close the window, and actually just close the shop. You can actually just click open and then click off the window onto the screen, and it'll get off. It just saves more time than actually going up to the X each time. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm really whizzing through this. I'm not. I don't think I'll do a lot of theming today. Obviously, we'll have to do lights and bins and benches and things like that. But in half an hour, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time to do theming. Now I do love these bamboo lights, but they're not going to work here, are they? Not in the entrance. So I used the ornate ones last time, so let's use these ones this time. Okay. It seems you can put them in more places. You can't put them everywhere, but you can put them in more places. Okay, trees. Let's do trees first. Yes. Right, let's find a decent tree that'll look good, but that's not too big. Yeah, let's start with this one. Okay, so I just want a line basically in front of the shops. So let's pop these in. I have noticed as well, I mean I am spinning round so that at different angles every time I do it, but I have noticed that they're different sizes when you plant them. I don't know if that's, I mean I like that happens, and I hope it's something they've actually put into the game and it's not a bug, because I do like that. Because obviously if you're planting 100 trees you don't want them all to look exactly the same, because no two trees look the same. There's some different trees in there. That's a bit big, that one, isn't it? Put it in there, it's fine. And pop some down there, and yes, that'll do. And then I'm going to lower the ground. Yes. And lower it just in this one section here. And you'll see why in a minute. And this is why I put the trees in now, because obviously once I've lowered the ground I won't be able to put the trees in. So I'll put them in now to make little islands, which should look quite cool. Yeah, right, won't that go down? Might be it's the roots of the tree, it won't let me push it down any further. Cool. Okay, now that's done. And then you go to the water tool and then add water. Now this adds it quite quickly, so be careful. I just hold my mouse button down and it fills it up, but if you basically go too much, it spills off out into the park. I don't know if that dissipates or you do have to clear it up, I'm not sure. I will suck some of it up though. And because I didn't realise I'd lowered the land on that bit, I'm going to lower it here as well so it looks like it's intentional. And actually I quite like that anyway, because I wasn't planning on putting anything else there. So a bit of water might just jazz it up a bit. You see what I mean? It just spills everywhere. And I only put one tab in then. And it's still not full. Oh sod it, just go for it. Okay, I don't want water there, do I? Definitely don't want water there. Here's me trying to rush and I'm faffing already. It's kind of impossible not to faff in this game, and that actually, you do realise how much of a perfectionist you are when you play this as well, because you do want it to be perfect. I always did in all the previous games. I just wanted it to be perfect every time, and of course with graphics now it can look a lot better. Right, yeah, I like that, looks pretty cool. Something completely different as you walk in. Right, let's get to these, which I'm doing the double lamp post, aren't I? Okay, so let's put some lamp posts in. Can I put it on that island? No, you can't. Oh well. Right, let's pop them in here first. Where's the best place to start? There we go. And I have to have them all the right way round, otherwise it'll bug me. And then I'll do my little alternating thing that I like to do. Pop them on here, around that waterfall, fountain, sorry. Yeah, just basically just make it so it's, I mean what I've noticed is you don't need to put tons of lights in, but they do need to be regularly spaced out, because when it goes dark it gets really dark and then you get messages saying, oh, you can't see in your park, you need to put more lights in. So if you do it now then it's done. And as always, because I don't think there is, I didn't read it in the update, but there doesn't seem to be an autosave in the game still, so after I've done all that work, I'm going to make sure I save, because it has crashed quite a few times when I played this game. Actually, not so much anymore. It hasn't for the past few days, actually, but just in case. I don't trust anything that doesn't have autosave. I've had quite a lot of people comment on my videos over the past couple of days. Obviously, I've had a lot of negativity as well, because with my first video being just a path, yeah, I had to turn that around. But I just, I'm making these videos so you can see what to do, and I'm making this video because now there's been an update. I want to show you what you can do really quickly. Okay, so we put some bins in, we put some lamps in, we've put some benches in, and that's sorted. That's that's your shop sorted for when you first walk in. So let's go straight to the rides. Okay, so on a kids ride, merry-go-round. Yes. Who doesn't love a merry-go-round? Well, I don't think anybody loves a merry-go-round over the age of 15. I don't think I've been on a merry-go-round since the age of 10 or something. And now whenever I think of them, I always think of Heavy Rain, the PS3 game. If anybody played that game, you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, Ferris wheel. That'll look kind of cool. Won't fit that way, will it? No. Okay, so let's pop it. Will it go flush with the path? Yay! Good. Okay, so Ferris wheel and then a thrill ride. Yeah, let's do Ring of Fire. I do like the Ring of Fire. So yeah, we've got 3 spinny rides all in a row. One for kids, one for, what is it? It's kids rides, junior rides, and thrill rides, something like that. Right, what else should we put in? Oh, that won't fit. I love this ride as well. It's brilliant. I'd never go on it in real life, of course, but it does look good. Circus, that might be alright. Yeah, because until we can get Cinderella's castle in the game, then there's left to do. Put a circus in the middle. I think I've only ever been to one theme park with a circus though, and that was Flamingo Land when I was a kid in North Yorkshire. Did it have a circus? No, it did have a circus, definitely. Right, let's put this tower in, and another junior ride, maybe. Oh no, what about teacups? Where are they? They're in the family rides. Yeah, I don't want that banana thing. Teacups. No, it's Booking Bill. There you go, teacups. Okay, so let's put teacups in there. And then something in the middle. Something cool, maybe. I like that, but again, it should be in sci-fi land. Ooh, spinner. Let's look at that. Okay. It'll fit, but I won't be able to put the queue anywhere. And it doesn't fit that way, so no. Something else. Pendulum. Yeah, that'll fit. Cool. Let's pop that in then. There we go. Right, so we have, what's that, 7 rides. Well, 6 rides in a circus. Cool. Right, paths. Those all-important pathways. Yeah, to do the path, click on the path, but then obviously it's just going to carry on unless you right-click and then just go on to wherever you want to do it next. Okay. Just wondering if I've left myself enough room for the queues, but hey ho. See, if I wasn't doing the rush job, I would actually just fill this with loads of landscaping, but not today. I may come back to this one at some other point. Let's pop all the queues in. Trying to make them so they're not so short, but never make your queues too long either. Because I remember from Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, peeps just get pissed off and they start complaining. And especially if you've got like a couple of thousand people in the park and they all rush to one ride and they're all queuing for it, the queues are going to be like really long and well, you know what it's like. If you go to a theme park and you've not got a fast pass, then you can be queuing sometimes for an hour and a half for a ride, which is a complete pain in the arse. I don't. I always get a fast pass now, even if you have to pay for it. If you go into a theme park once, especially if you're on holiday and you've only got a day to go there, the last thing you want to be doing is queuing for an hour and a half for each ride. Okay, let's open them all. I'll come back to that carousel. And look, this is how rushed I'm being. I'm not changing the names of them all, which I usually never do. Never not do even. Right, so small rides. Now I'm going to have to, because it's me, I have to do all the pathways with the lamps. Because, you know, I am showing you a fully working park in 30 minutes, so let's pop these lamps in then. Yeah, so lamps and bins. I'm not going to put any benches in. Oh, I might put a few in. I don't know. But yeah, I quite like the entrance. I like the fact that you'll walk in to a lake in the front with trees and greenery everywhere, and obviously if it was real you'd have wildlife everywhere and you'd have ducks and swans and fish in the lake, and that would be really nice. I mean, if they had boat rides in the game, you could put a boat ride in there, or just like a canoes or something, but there's no water rides yet, so we can't. There's also no transport in the game, so there's no monorail or train to carry passengers around. So let's just hope that they're all healthy enough that they can walk around your park. I'm annoying myself and I'm still doing this, but it has to be done. And one more and we're done. Good, fine, they're in. Bins. Yeah, just put some of these sporadically. I'm not really looking to do it very carefully. Just wherever, yeah, sod it, just put them in. Yeah, see, if this was Disney, it'd be great if you could actually build Disney World, because underneath Disney World they have basically a second park, so all the bins fall down into the second park and you have all the workers working under there and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So all the bins, in their theme parks, just fall straight down. So that's why you never see janitors cleaning them out. Okay, so I'm going to do my usual trick of putting the service buildings away from the park peep eyes. So I'm going to do it near the ride. So I'm going to do this little pathway here, and then I'll put all the buildings in and then put a do not enter sign in for the peeps. So it just hides away your services. I mean, yeah, it's not real. But if it was real, then this is what they do. And I just like doing it. It just looks cool. I like that added authenticity. I'm not going to be able to fit all 4 on there, but that's fine because I've got a block in the middle I can put the entertainment one in. There you go. Right, paths. They won't join, but I can do that. There we go. And that one there. And that one there. Cool beans. And let's open them all. And don't forget to increase the number of employees. You can have 10 as opposed to 3 on the smaller ones. And obviously, if you've got unlimited money, just always go for these and always get 10. And they've also said that they've updated this, so the janitors will clean up a lot faster, the mechanics will get to rides a lot quicker, and the medics will heal your peeps a lot faster, and your entertainers will entertain more. So they've actually addressed all this and they've tweaked it in the game. It's really cool actually, that all these things that we've said this needs changing, and they've addressed it all and said yes, we know, and we've done it. I wasn't expecting them to do this much. Really, really cool. Okay, so people can't enter there, which is good. And then if we go to, where are those bamboos? Might be under trees actually. Trees, bamboo plant, there it is. Okay, let's put some bamboos in. La 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 la. La, 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 and then spin it round so they're not all the same. La 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 la. There we go. So bamboo. So yeah, it just hides them from the peeps. Okay, save at this point, because last but not least, let's build a roller coaster. So I'm going to do a wooden roller coaster because it's probably the easiest one to do. It's definitely the simplest. And yeah, so I'm going to put it on this corner just to be different. And away we go. So look at my previous videos on how to build a coaster. And I'm just going to go straight ahead and see if they have actually updated it, and if I can actually build a roller coaster that's decent excitement and decent without it being high intensity and high nausea. Now I'm just going to do a really simple and kind of boring one, just to, I mean, I put it up to 69 meters when actually the highest I did before was 40 meters, and still it was getting low excitement and high intensity and high nausea, which was ridiculous. So I put this up to, what is that, 70 meters now. So I put it up to 70 meters, and I'm just going to go for it and see how it's actually panning out with them updating it. Okay, so if I do a circle going round, and it can gradually fall down. I'm trying to put the specialty things in, but they won't for some reason. I've got no idea why they won't go in. Oh well, they're just being a pain in the arse. Alright, do this in a circle here, do this coming off here, and then pop it round here. Ooh, there. Okay, that doesn't fit. Okay. I mean, it's a bit crap actually. It's just long and boring, and it doesn't really do anything at all. But it's just to see if they've updated it. Mechanisms, always put your brake system in at the end and make sure it's not too long. And then at the front, click on that and put your chain lift in. Or you can put boosters. Well, not on this one, but you can on the metal coasters, like the hyper coaster. And then you have to click play to, oh no, I'm going to do the trains first. Let's have a minecart this time, and then I can make this area western. And as always, if you click on the white ones, it'll automatically change them to the colour of the others. And then let's change the colour of the track. It's a wooden roller coaster, so we want to keep the brown effect really. And no, definitely not. Let's just go with black. Yeah, that's alright. Cool. Alright, we'll have to press play to be able to test it. Yes. I'll get to that. And then test. And shall we watch this boring roller coaster? Congratulations, you put your first thrill flat ride. Chugga 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 choo choo. Even this bit's boring. Well, this bit's always boring. Let's go on hypercoasters and just blast you off. They're much better. Oh, that part looks pretty actually. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, you see, you can build a park in 30 minutes. Okay, we're getting to the end of the chain lift, which means we're going to start going around this ridiculously very big, very long, and very boring roller coaster. Okay. I might just speed this bit up actually, and there we go. That's much better now. See how much better that is? Yeah, like I said, it's just boring. Yeah, it looks alright though. With all the framework and stuff, it's just... If I had the theming, it would look a lot better. I've been looking through the user content, and I'm getting quite excited by the user content that's coming up there. Well, there we are. So yeah, speeded up, it was fine. And right, okay. So now all we have to do is wait until it gets to the end and see what excitement is and intensity and nausea. And let's just hope that it's good. I'm thinking now we need another toilet in, because there's only one, and if it does get a lot of peeps in, they'll need a second one. So let's pop it here. In fact, with so many spinning rides, they're probably going to need a toilet. Level it out. There we go. Oh, it's getting dark now. Ooh, we get to see. Oh, it passed. Brilliant. So the roller coaster passed. All the lights have come on. Yes. See, it was worth it for those lights. Put that path there, and open the toilet so don't forget. Okay, and let's check it out. Awesome! So it's 3 excitement, 3.8 intensity, low nausea, and extreme safety. That is fantastic. So yes, they have fixed the roller coasters. They fixed the graphics, the roller coasters, and basically almost everything we wanted them to fix. And there's still loads more to come. So let's put some paths in here. La 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 la. Down to there and down here. Cool. And open. Brilliant. Well, there you are. That's a fully working roller coaster in 30 minutes. Theme park in 30 minutes. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it needs a lot of work to do to it with theming and stuff, but the bare bones are all there. And so you can actually have a successfully running park in 30 minutes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative and helpful for you to make your own theme park with Rollercoaster Tycoon World. If you like this video, please like it and share. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them below. And please subscribe to my channel. I've got loads of other videos. Check them out. They're really cool. See you soon.